So there's the midpoint formula. Okay, so let's take a gander here. It's just basically the average of the x's and the average of the y's is literally what the midpoint formula is.
Not.
So find the midpoint of these 2 points. Basically, you're going to take the x's, add them together, divide by 2. Take the y's, add them together, divide by 2. That's really all we're doing here. So negative 2 plus 4 divided by 2. 3 plus negative 2 divided by 2. And we end up getting 2 over 2 and 1 over 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so it's really 1 and 0.5. Now to verify, though, that they are, basically you need to find the distance from the first point to the middle, and then the distance from the second point to the middle. So here's your distance formula from before. We're just going to try to verify this. And remember the distance formula, x2, right there it is, minus x1, right there it is, plus y2, right there it is, minus y1, right there it is. So 3 squared and negative 2.5 squared, so we got 9 and 6.25. So you get the square root of 15.25. So we need to find the midpoint now of P2. So to find the midpoint of P2, I'm taking x2 right there minus x1 and y2 minus y1 right there. So 1 minus 4 is negative 3, and that becomes plus a positive, so negative 0.5 plus 2 is 2.5, and you end up getting 9 plus 6.25 and realize they're both the same. So we prove that that is actually in the middle.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
So in example 6, here is our population. So we're supposed to plot the data, use the midpoint to estimate the data in 1995 and find the percent increase from 1996 to 1998. Going to jump the gun down here to number 2. Just simply put, find the midpoint to estimate 1995. Basically, you're going to take these two right there. You're just going to add them together and divide by 2. That'll tell you what your estimate is for 1995. Not too challenging there. Okay, you're going to take the two numbers there, add them together, and divide by 2. I'm going to show you how to do it, plugging stuff in on a chart with your calculator and where to go. But just letting you know, that's basically how you find the midpoint. You don't even need to do anything other than that. That'll give you your answer. The percent increase, we need to find out how far it went up. So you're going to take these two numbers and subtract them. So I'm just going to do that here quick on my calculator for you. So take those two numbers and subtract them. And we get 5,108,730. And to find the percent that it increased, you find that that is how much it went up, and then how much it started with. So, and you're just going to divide it by the 2. So you're going to divide that 5 million by the 265 million to find out that it went up about 1.9%. So you don't need to do this how I'm going to do it now, but I'm just showing you that you can do all this by hand if you wanted to. So, what we're going to do is you're going to put the years in for L1, it's list 1, and population in for L2, which is list 2. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're doing that. So your lists is under stat. So go to stat and plug them in and put them in. That's under the edit there, and plug them in. And then after you plug them in, you want to go to your stat there. That's under stat 1, and press the arrow over for the column for L2. And then to turn the stat plot on by going to the second stat plot, because otherwise if it's not on, you're not going to be able to graph. So we want to turn the plots on for your lists for X and Y. So when you want to graph it, then you're going to graph your L1 and L2, which is why we're setting that all up for you there.
I am totally.
And then you go to zoom and 9, and that will zoom to fit with your statistics that you have. Zoom 9 is zoom stat, and you get to see what the plot looks like. From there, that's where you can kind of see where all those different points went up, so you can see a trend. However, 1995, we need to find the midpoint of 94 and 96. You can just do what I told you, or if you wanted to, you can type in from your list, list 2, 2 plus list 2, 3, and then divide them by 2, and that'll give you your answer, which happens to be 100,262,739,515.5. Or like I said, you could just add the two together in the beginning, divided by 2, and find the midpoint. And to find the percentage of increase from 1998 to 96 to 98, you need to find the difference first, which we already did this, but you can do it using your calculator. By just taking your list 2 in the 4 spot, so list 2, 4, minus list 2, 3, the number in the 3 spot, and then divide that by the number in the list 3 spot, so list 2 and then the number 3, and that should give you 1.9%. So if you have any other questions or concerns in 2.1, please feel free to let me know. It should be stuff that we've learned from algebra from years and years and years, so it should be pretty simple for you. But if you do have any questions or concerns, please let me know.